Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in, and today we are talking about the spell TASHA'S Mind Whip. We are giving this spell an A-. This is one of the better choices of spells at this level, second level, that does this thing that it does. As far as doing damage, but also as far as limiting the actions of creatures and controlling them and stopping them from doing certain things. So it's a second level spell. It is only usable by sorcerers and wizards, so it doesn't have a lot of use. I feel like bards should also be able to use this too. Like they can say something that would affect the mind negatively of a creature, but for some reason they didn't include bards in here. I don't understand why. But okay, so it's a second level spell. It takes one action. It has a range of 90 feet, which is a great range. It's only a verbal component, so no somatic or material components. It has a duration of 1 round, and it's an intelligence saving throw, which is the one that you absolutely want to target every time. If you have spells that target intelligence, that is the best one, because typically most opponent creatures have a horrible intelligence. And it does psychic damage, which is also awesome, because most creatures are not resistant to psychic damage. You lash out at a creature within range, it's got to make an intelligence saving throw. If it fails, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. It can't take a reaction until the end of its turn, which is great, so people can move around it and move away from it and get away from it. And moreover, on its turn, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move action, whether it gets an action, or whether it gets a bonus action. So it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. But it only gets one. On its successful save, it only takes half damage. So now, when would you want to use this? So particularly, you would want to use this on creatures that only have a melee attack, where you could cast this on that creature, and your party members can run in, attack it, and run away, because it doesn't get any attacks of opportunity or opportunity attacks, because it has no reactions. It's not going to be able to do anything defensively as a reaction. And then once everybody's away from it, if it only has melee attacks, then it can only move. And then everybody can go at it again the next round. And you could keep casting this over and over and over again. Essentially, it doesn't lock things down 100%, but it locks them down pretty badly, such that they're not going to be getting a ton of actions, particularly if they only have melee actions. Now, for spellcasters and casting this on enemy spellcasters, some of the most annoying things that enemy spellcasters can do is they can use reactions to do things like counterspell, or shield, or silvery barbs if we're in a non-Adventure League adventure. But shield and counterspell are definitely two of the most annoying things, and this spell immediately shuts that down. Now, unfortunately, enemy spellcasters could have a pretty high intelligence score, allowing them to save against this. So there is that, and you do have to take that into consideration. But that is a good use of this spell against enemy spellcasters, stopping them from using reactions, especially like counterspell. Counterspell can be super annoying if you're a player. This does not take concentration either, so you can cast concentration spells, really bad ones, and your enemy spellcasters, if they're under the effect of this, can't do anything about it. Should you upcast this spell? Well, that depends, but if you do, for each slot that you use at 3rd level or above, you target one additional creature. And they all have to be within 30 feet of each other. So this is a good crowd control spell, too. You can do this partial lockdown of multiple creatures at the same time. So I definitely think this one is worth upcasting. Now, one of the reasons I gave it an A- and not an A is because the damage does not go up with the upcast of this spell. You just get more targets. But again, this is a control spell, particularly useful for sorcerers, especially if you are going to quicken spells. So, all right. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will catch everybody later.